Attraction is multifaceted. A lot of people don't seem to understand this concept. Okay, people think that attraction is solely based on the way that you look. Now, don't get me wrong, looks are one of the many facets of attraction, but looks are not the only facet of attraction. Okay, attraction is comprised of your looks, it's the vibe you give off, and it's the way that you perceive yourself as well. Okay, so with that being said, why are you unattractive? Why is it that you seem to repel people from your presence? Okay, a big part of the reason why is because of the other facets of attraction, aside from looks. It's the way that you perceive yourself. But like I said, looks are still, to an extent, important. Okay, now I'm gonna give you a good example of how attraction is multifaceted. If you're walking down the street and you see two different people, one of them looks really, really good, one of the best looking people you've ever seen, but energetically, they're very closed off. Okay, they give off a very distant and reserved vibe. Whereas somebody else, they're maybe average or below average in terms of physical attraction, but in terms of their vibe and their energy, they're ecstatic about life. They're living their best life, they're being their best self, and they're very confident and assured in who they are as a person, and they have no problem sharing that with the world. Who are you going to gravitate towards? You're going to gravitate towards the second person more often than not. Okay, and that stands true for the majority of people. The majority of people are attracted to your vibe, your energy, your essence. Even in relationships, okay, even though physical attraction is an important facet of a relationship, a romantic relationship that is, ultimately, looks only take you so far. Okay, a lot of people think about the first 10 seconds that you see somebody, or even the first 10 days that you're with somebody, but they don't think about 10 years. Okay, what is it like being with somebody on a day-to-day basis for 10 years? After a while, those looks will fade in your eyes. Even though they may look good, you'll start to realize things about them that you maybe don't like. Okay, so at the same time, like I said, physical attraction is important, but ultimately in your day-to-day life, their energy is much more important. Okay, and that applies to you as well. Your energy is more important than your physical appearance. But like I said, physical appearance is important. Now, the first reason why you're unattractive is because you don't take care of yourself. A lot of people think that they're physically unattractive, but in reality, they are. It's just that they have to chip away at the marble until they get the sculpture. Okay, and a lot of times, if you start taking good care of yourself and doing the little things, especially the things that other men are not willing to do, you'll find that you actually are a pretty attractive person. I went through my whole life thinking that I wasn't an attractive person, which now that might seem like a very misguided notion, but that's because I started taking care of myself. I started taking care of myself, and ultimately I watched myself glow up throughout the years because of that. Okay, my facial structure, all of that stuff, you can actually change that. Things like newing, things like cardio, okay, working out, that will help you have a more defined facial structure. Things like taking care of your skin. Okay, taking care of your skin is very important in terms of your physical attraction, because when people see you, what is the first thing that they see? They see your skin. Okay, you have to develop a skincare routine. A lot of men, they don't want to do that. They don't want to take the time to do the research and develop a good skincare routine. But luckily for you, you don't have to worry about that, because this video is sponsored by Tiege Hanley. If you've been following my channel for a while, you've probably heard me talk about Tiege Hanley, and you're gonna continue to hear me talk about Tiege Hanley, because I know the positive impact that their products will have on your life. Okay, honestly, I think that some of you don't really believe me when I tell you just how much of an impact having a skincare routine can have on your confidence in all aspects of life. Tiege Hanley makes taking care of your skin extremely uncomplicated. They provide you with all of the products that you need and none of the products that you don't need. I personally recommend that you start with their level 1 skincare system, which includes all of the following: a daily face wash, an exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20, and a PM moisturizer. And to make the entire process as easy and simple for guys like you and me, every single box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much of each product to use, and which order to use the products in. Believe me when I tell you that that comes in clutch. Skincare wasn't something that I always took seriously, but now that I have, I wish I had started sooner. But you don't just have to take my word for it, because they have over 5,000 5-star reviews from customers all around the globe. In addition to amazing skin, members of TH Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off of the retail price, access to exclusive monthly deals, the ability to pause or cancel at any time, and free US shipping. And because TH Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers, which is you guys, an amazing deal. Just click the link in the description or the pinned comment and get 30% off your first box and a free gift. Okay, seriously, that's an amazing deal. Click the link below and invest in yourself. Okay, you guys have to start taking care of yourselves, man. Start taking care of yourselves. Do the little things. Trim your eyebrows. Get a haircut every week. Go to the gym. Fine-tune your body. Fine-tune your skin. Okay, fine-tune yourself as a person. That's what self-development is all about, and your physical appearance is no exception to that. It's all about elevating and just being the best version of yourself that you can be. You have to take care of yourself in ways that other people are not willing to take care of themselves. Because for one, you'll look better, but also it will help heighten your self-perception, not just because you look better, but also because you know that behind the scenes, you are putting in that work to take care of yourself. Okay, in the same way that you taking care of someone else will help strengthen your relationship with them, you taking care of yourself will help strengthen your relationship with yourself. Okay, now, with that being said, a big part of the reason why a lot of you guys are unattractive is because you don't love yourselves. You don't love yourself. Truth be told, when you love yourself, taking care of yourself happens naturally. Okay, that's a natural byproduct of you loving yourself. Because when you love yourself, you want the best for yourself. You want the best for yourself. For me personally, I know that even though I may not always want to do all of the things that I do for myself in terms of meditation and breath work and gratitude journaling and doing all of my grooming and everything like that, I do it because I love myself. Because I know that I deserve to live a life in which I am well taken care of. And I will see to it that that happens under any circumstances because I love myself. When you don't love yourself, what ends up happening is you start looking for permission to love yourself. You see, at the root of all desire for validation, which desire for validation is typically the root of any desire for anything else, okay, whether it be a relationship or a car that you want or money or success or anything like that. A lot of people want those things because they want validation, but the reason why they want external validation is because they want permission to give themselves internal validation. People don't know how to love themselves, therefore they want other people to show them how to love themselves. But the truth of the matter is that nobody can show you how to love yourself because nobody will ever know you the way that you know yourself. Okay, so with that being said, you have to learn to love yourself thoroughly. Now, how do you go about doing that? It starts with awareness. Who are you? Why are you the way that you are? You have to start asking yourself those questions. Ask yourself why you want the things that you want. Okay, I already gave you a bit of game just now when I said that a lot of your desires are probably rooted in the desire for validation, but the desire for validation, to my point earlier, comes from the desire for self-love. So what event in your life made you feel like you weren't loved? Okay, maybe it was an event in your childhood, or maybe in your adolescence where you got rejected. Maybe you got rejected by the people that were supposed to show you the most love, and because of that, you developed a conclusion in your mind that you were unlovable. These are the types of conclusions that you have to find for yourself. I can't tell you exactly why you think the way that you do because I wasn't there for every step of your journey, but you were. You are the only person that has spent your entire life with you. Okay, so you are going to know yourself better than anyone else, but it's all on you. Okay, are you willing to ask yourself the questions that make you uncomfortable? Are you willing to sit in the room by yourself with no phone and no technology for 30 minutes at a time? Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to ruminate on your thoughts and do some introspection to a level that you've never done before? Are you willing to do that? Because if you're willing to do that, then you'll be able to cultivate a strong relationship with yourself. And once you cultivate a strong relationship with yourself, you'll be able to cultivate a strong relationship with someone else. Okay, the reason why you can't love somebody until you love yourself is because if you can't love yourself, you'll never see yourself in somebody else. Love at its foundation is when you see yourself in somebody else. That's the foundation of understanding. And typically it's mutual. You see yourselves in each other. Therefore, you love each other and you can be in a fulfilling relationship with each other because there's that foundational understanding. But if you don't know yourself and love yourself, then how can you expect to develop that type of connection with somebody? And in addition to that, even if somebody tries to show you love, even if somebody tries to give you the validation that you think you desire, the chances are you'll reject it, you'll repel it, because it doesn't align with the way that you perceive yourself. Something that I've learned in these past few months is that we do not like to be wrong, especially about ourselves. When somebody tells you something about yourself, that's typically the most offensive thing that somebody can ever say about you. Because, like I said, you know yourself better than anyone else knows you. So for somebody else to have the audacity to tell you about yourself, about the thing that you know better than anyone else, that's typically going to be the thing that creates the most resistance and friction in any relationship. And in that same way, when somebody tries to give you love when you don't love yourself, it doesn't align with your self-perception. And because it doesn't align with your self-perception, it's going to rub you the wrong way. And a lot of times, you're going to run from it. You're going to reject it. Okay, I've been there. But I did the shadow work. And when you do the shadow work, and it won't be easy. Okay, I won't mislead you into thinking that doing the shadow work and healing from childhood trauma is easy or comfortable by any measure. But it's worth it. It's not easy, but it's worth it. Because when you do finally find a glimpse of peace through awareness, that's when you can truly start living your life. That's the day that you are really, truly born.